Hello guys and welcome back to StarDrive of the BlackBox and Combined Arms Mods, where we're continuing our campaign as the Ralyeh. And at the end of the last episode we got the last of the collection of sort of military technologies, and so we'll kick off this episode by designing our first military ship, and it's going to be a corvette, and it's going to be the Cleric, which has got 40 slots, which is an improvement on the missionary, which only had 18. So 40 slots then. I suspect this is going to be similar to the ship I designed in my last campaign, but let's see how we go. Let's just have a little look at shield. Oh, I haven't researched better shields, which is something I had done last time round. Ooh. Yeah, okay, so I may have made a bit of an error here. What would a mag shield? Ooh, not very good, is it? Static barrier. I'll put a row of 4 in there. That would give us... let's power her up with... just stick a fusion reactor there. How much does that give us? Oh, no, only 800... Oh, guys, I've made a mistake. Which is so unlike me. It's only 250 as well. Okay, well look, I'll kill off these two. No harm in getting shipyards first, so I'll leave that one tick down, and then I will go with the shielding, because we can get something like 4,000 odd shields, and I think that's worth waiting for. So we're ticking up at 8.4, so it shouldn't be too long. And I think it'll just be a massive difference in survivability if we wait for those larger shields. Looking at these barren worlds, 1.3, I'd really be grabbing them just to stop other racers from getting there before me. But I think for the moment all of our production should be going into freighters. These guys are off to go and trade with the Korathi. So everything needs to be going into freighters, into research, and then once we're ready, we'll progress that design. Still pressing on with the scouts. I will get myself a Corvette defense squadron at Koflar, and I think it's well worth investing in one down at Ladrasak here, particularly because Ladrasak is so exposed, and I'd like a planetary education centre here as well, actually. Military outpost, spaceport, plus 50% tax revenues. What are we doing on the sort of the monetary front? It's a net loss, this world, for us right now. But it's got a very, very small population, so I think we'll leave that. I need to bang the gate speed up to normal. We've lost the scout, okie dokie, and there's an anomaly at Hughes. Hughes is actually probably the way you pronounce that. Inquisitor, another one, scouts. That's a bit annoying. Are we going to need to build more scouts to replace them? Still got quite a few systems we need to explore. As always, guys, thank you very much for your comments. And let's get that Corvette defense squadron completed. Yeah, they want to bash out another scout. More trade ships. Okay. We've explored a black hole, which doesn't really impact us at all because it's on the other side of the galaxy. Yeah, we're just ticking through various systems here, getting them explored. So we've got our Corvette Defense Squadron. Let's knock the game speed up just while we're waiting for the next technology, which will be shipyards. And I'll definitely construct 2 on Kothlar, which will dramatically reduce the build cost. I think it's 25% each one, so get 2 of them, and you've halved your shipbuilding cost. But they do each require 600 odd so they're pretty expensive to get, but it's generally a good investment. Okay, so we got shipyards. We can also get the Ralyeh heavy platforms now. That's interesting. I think we'll have a look at defences, but in fact I'm going to try and cancel that scout. We'll have a look at defences, but they are very much, in my view, a delaying thing. I think I've got sucked into building too many defences in previous campaigns. I don't like the idea of my worlds being naked against enemy aggression, but yeah, sometimes the cost is just too much. So in this campaign, I'm going to try and just focus on defending a few key worlds. Obviously, Kothlar 3 will be one of those worlds, and I think, given the research bonus, Ladrasak will be as well. Let's have a little look at our empire. So, Kothlar 3 is the best producer at 7.8. Kothlar 5's 4.4. 1.8 billion people. So how large can Kothlar 5 get? Up to 2, so it's almost at max. But Kothlar 4, from memory, could be quite a big one. Yeah, 16.3. Do we have a... Yeah, we do have the sanitary centre. The sanitation centre, rather. So this should be becoming more useful. Minus 0.2 credits per turn if I build a Corvette Defence Squadron here, and it does take up money. But I'm gonna build actually a squadron here, just in case we get any sort of hostiles come into this system. If they were around here, then it might be the two Corvette squadrons can actually support each other. Again, probably not enough to see off a determined attack, but might cause delays to an enemy. I'm a bit worried about sort of a deja vu situation where we get stomped by the Kolrathi with their excellent ground troops again. So we've got our research lab at Ladrasak, which is good. I'm going to bump the Planetary Education Centre above the Corvette Defence Squadron. More minerals discovered on Ink. Oh, it's not our world. Well, I don't care about that. It's just benefiting our future enemies. Okay, so we've got energy shielding. Oh, I had cancelled the last two. So let's go with So subspace theory gives you better StarDrive speeds. So we'll grab that. And then reaction drive is sublight, so I want that one as well. And now we can get on to designing that Corvette. So I'll go with the cleric, and we'll start with defense. And I think so these bad boys kick out 2,000 of shield power. The fighter shield is 600. So we'd need basically, it needs sort of 4 of them. No, I think these big fat boys are the better ones to give us maximum protection. We will need power. So these ones, the fusion reactors, kick out 300 power, whereas the little fighter generators kick out 80, so we could put 4 sort of in there and get us 320 power. So it's not massively better, but it is better, and every little bit helps. So we need some engines, and we'll go with twins on the side, and then if I go forward thrusters like that, no point in really looking at this for the moment because we need to fill it with lots more stuff. So let's do that. Weapons, I'm going to go beams again, prototype beams. And on the side here, maybe like that, we need obviously a cockpit, which I'll take the symmetry off now. Cockpit can go in there. And defense. So can we just go with a normal steel armor there? We're underpowered now, so let's stick another fighter generator in. Weapon power time is infinite. I'm happy about that. Recharge at warp though. So let's. What if we add in some power armor here then on the wings, as it were? Yeah. Stick you in there like that. Right. So let's have a look. So our sublight speed is 449, which is not amazing. I'd like it up at sort of 600. The FTL speed is also not too good. If we got rid of these, what could we put there instead? Nothing that would actually make a big difference. I think the use of the forward thrusters is the best there. These engine slots. Well, I think twin engines are definitely better than two small engines. Yeah, we dropped down to 3, 4, 1. So twin engines like that. What if we put these weapons forward, which would then allow us some more thrust, which gets us up to 594. What's my design issues now? We've caused ourselves some power problems. Okay, so I ditch you. Can I put in another fighter generator? I can. So slow warp speed, yeah, it is slow at 19k. Low beam burst time, right, so burst weapon power drain. So the ship cannot sustain all of its beam weapons firing at once. The energy reserves are too low. Add reactors or energy storage. So what if we get rid of that and go with we need some power cells. So what does that do for us? It slows us down a bit, but yeah, pushes our power capacity up to 740. We've got excess power cells, well, that's okay. Slow warp speed, yeah, well, I can live with slow warp speed because we're just going to be operating within our sort of home area. I wonder whether the thing to do here, actually, is to push these, I'm thinking push these beams back a bit, because if the shields fail and we're getting weapon fire coming in from the front here, it'll take out the thruster first, which they don't explode, and that'll just allow our beam to fire for a little bit longer. I mean, very unlikely to actually make much of a difference, but every little bit helps. We will go on maximum range. Oh, is this a new one? Ship will be in guard stance and avoid aggressively engaging and chasing enemy ships. That might be new. Interesting. Okay, well, let's save this. Let's go with... actually, what? We'll go with that and overwrite that. It's the same name as I used in my last campaign. Okay, so we've got our design. Now, I think I hold off, because I think most of the ships are going to be built at Kothlar 3. So if I design my fleet now, I suspect that... let's just have a look at the Empire again. I could build them at Kothlar 5. Kothlar 5 then. Should you be... Oh, hello. Yes. Anyway. Should you be a ship producing world? As in, should I produce some shipyards here? Planetary Sanitation Center. The AI certainly wants to build ships here, so let's invest. Actually, build 2 shipyards. It's not going to be a great production planet, but we haven't got many to choose from, so we can't be picky. just takes a long time to build these shipyards because it's just 600 each. But I think if we build a fleet, it doesn't take that many ships for it to become a good investment. And we've got the Planetary Education Centre here now at Ladrasak, getting on with the Defence Squadron. I'm still wondering whether the Imperial Officers is worth a go. Not really yet. Let's push the game speed on a bit. So, getting Subspace Theory, Corvette Defense Squadron. Yeah, shipyards just do take quite a while. But it will then speed up our construction of the fleet. Okay, so we've got Subspace Theory, which improves the StarDrive speeds, which should actually indirectly help our economy, because it's going to help the speed of these civilian freighters, sort of transport sort of colonists and goods and trade with other factions. Let's just have a little look at that. So in previous, I think in the last episode, I was looking at the trade, and yeah, now we're up to 3 with each of our trade partners, which is bringing in 15. Which is very nice and very significant. I had a comment that basically trade is very important early game, but then becomes insignificant later on in the game, and I think that's right. Though I think there are plans to make the trade change dynamically, so that later on in the game it will be more relevant. I don't think StarDrive is ever going to be a game that you sort of play, I don't think it's ever going to be a peace option, really. I can only see it being a conquest scenario, but who knows? I suppose it's a strategy of kind of, you can have maybe turtle up and keep your fleet to the minimum and allow your economy to roar ahead with technology, out-tech your enemies, and then conquer. So, an early trade strategy could be one to follow. Let me just invest in another spy and just try and get ahead of that. So you can see I've bought a spy. So my basically my governors are having to be taxed more to replenish my treasury, and that has pushed my research down to 6.3. And that's what I'm very conscious of, is that building my fleet is going to hit our our development. But if I leave it too long, we'll be perceived as very weak. We're already the 9th in military strength, and I'll be seen as an easy target. So we do need... Oh my god, there's meteorites. I think it looks like they're going to miss Kothlar 3, provided they're the full extent. Oh dear me, that was worrying. Would the Corvette Defense Squadron have scrambled? Potentially. To sort of knock them out of space. But yeah, I think at the moment they're just whizzing by harmlessly. So we're about to get our next technology, which is interesting. Because do I try and improve the ships that are not yet built? Or do we try and bump up... Oh yeah, zero gravity production would be nice. That would help us crank out ships more swiftly as well. Yeah, we'll get that. But there could be technologies we could grab just to improve the effectiveness of our ships when they face the remnants. And right now I haven't built any, so kind of upgrading them won't require a refit. Almost got our first shipyard. Let's get rid of that scout. And, okay, we've got our spy recruited. Oh, he's training anyway. Ooh, I tell you what, they've missed Kothlar 3, but are they going to hit Kothlar 7? Which, yeah, they're kind of going this way actually, so I think we'll be all right. I think they're safely out of the path of Kothlar 5, which I would want to do something about. I'd probably rush maybe some military ships to try and shoot them down. One of our ships was boarded, but just a freighter that we can replace, so I'm not too stressed about that. Okay, we've got our first shipyard, which I think is that the constructor? Yeah, so that's the constructor heading off to build the shipyard, which will, there we go, improve our production, or not so much improve the production, but reduce the cost of ships. Oh, in fact, I think it's actually, so the first shipyard has reduced the cost of the constructor from 600 down to 506. So that was, oh, okay, so it's more efficient than I thought, actually, to get them out. I was thinking it's going to be 1200 odd total. It's a bit more than 600, I think. But anyway, we've got Ladrasak. So if I have some Imperial, no, there's just not the population, is there? No, look, we'll just leave it as it is. At Ladrasak, I'm interested in buildings that have a flat bonus that don't need colonists. Whereas somewhere like Kothlar 4 with loads of people, less interested in the flat bonuses, more interested in you know, ones that can benefit from population. So let's get the zero gravity. I'm going to rush this actually to improve things there, and we will now have a look. So 250, we can bash things out at 250 relatively swiftly. I'm wondering whether we grab a bit of armour. I could go up to solar armour, which would not be very expensive, and that would improve things for us. The energy beams, I found this in my last campaign, they're actually a different configuration to the prototype, so it's not an easy upgrade there. Could grab xenolinguistics just to improve things, or do we do something else? I didn't have any kind of ground-based defences in the last game, and it hurt us. I wasn't overwhelmed with the energy point defense either. I quite like these Phalanx PDs. What to do? You can probably hear my brain cells. Shield efficiency, to bump up our shields by 10%. That would improve survivability as well. Ordnance payload. Oh no, that's not really going to be helpful. Let's so these I can research and it'll just apply a passive bonus and I won't need to upgrade. Whereas if I grab, no, not shape memory, actually, we'll go with solar armor. If I grab solar armor, I'll be able to apply that to my corvettes before we engage the remnants. So producing at 7. Still investing a lot in agriculture. But there's a lot of outgoing food freighters, which is a shame because it would be best to have this as a sort of forge world, it being our most productive, but I just don't think we can. Kothla 4, nothing really to do here. What can it produce? Oh, look at that. Yeah, the food deficit there. Minus 5.1 because it's got such a big population. Its fertility is awful. It's probably worth bumping that up in the queue, I would say. So we'll do that. And let's put the game speed up again just while we're waiting for all of this sort of stuff to progress. How is that shipyard coming? We're about a bit over halfway now. Goodbye, Scout. I don't want that Scout. I can see the freighters are obviously cheaper here already. Spy has completed training. Kothla 5 is getting on with building that first shipyard. I can't get the zero gravity production plant built yet because we don't have any space. But once I've got biospheres, we might be able to turn it into a more useful production planet. I could rush this shipyard now, but it would eat into my funds by quite a lot. So I'll just be patient. And right, so we've got solar armor, so I'll be able to upgrade my my ships now. And let's have a look. Let's grab. Oh, Xeno farming could be useful. What about socio-engineering? High density, more planet population, more storage, more infrastructure. I kind of want a defense for my planets as well, though. What would be a good defense? Yeah, nothing here as such. Could go with missiles. Let's have a look. So mostly going energy. So energy, we'd be looking at. There's a rapid laser emplacement there. That's 1500. These are all on the ships, so not too useful for us there. I think colony shielding's a little bit far for us right now. We will need to get it. But I want something, because I mean, the Kolrathi just were able to land loads of troops. Maybe we just go with the gun emplacement. Yeah, okay. We'll grab planetary defense and go with that gun emplacement just to impede landing troops. It's not very impressive, but it'll do for now. Still waiting on the shipyards, and I need to upgrade my my Templar. So let's load that up. Oh, so it's only actually 2 electro armor, but let's just have a look. So solar armor small has got a health of 512, whereas just the steel plating that we've used still got a higher health at 680. Okay, so I think I'll probably just stick with the steel right now, and just do that just to improve, just slightly improves the energy characteristics. It'll be more useful later on. So I'm just going to save that as an overwrite, and I will, however, just obsolete the older electro and say to omit the old stuff, and it just helps to just omit. There we go. It just helps to keep the list a bit more tidy. I have been pretty lax on doing that in previous playthroughs, but I'm hoping we survive to a point where the list gets crowded. Okay, more training. So espionage, I've got 2 spies now, 1 at 3 and 1 at 2. And let's just have a look at production now. So Kothlar 7.8, Kothlar 3, Kothlar 5, 4.6. Yeah. It's look at all this. Look, so I've got Kothlar 3 producing 7.8 food. Everybody else is, look at that, Kothlar 4 is -5. Yeah, okay, so I think I do need to invest in better food production as the next tech. Because everything's going on, trying to keep our colonies supplied. So Kothlar 3, outgoing freighters, no food at the moment, but of course it's got a population of 16.6 billion, so it's having to look after those people as well. It's just I just can't even get the words out. It's just such a shame that looking at these worlds that we might take off the remnants, that there's no juicy sort of fertile worlds. 0.7 maybe, that's okay. 0.3. Eluti 0.7. Oh, dear me. I could do with one that's just got, I'd take like 1.2, 1. Anything above 1 would be wonderful, but there's just nothing in our area of the galaxy. Let's get to twice the speed. We've almost got that shipyard completed, and delete that scout manually. Right, so we've got our 2 shipyards. Let's start our fleet. So Templars, let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go with I don't know. We're gonna need quite a few. I think that might be enough. Is it enough? They had, I think, 11, no, 9, I think, actually. So 18, yeah, okay, we'll try that. So, if I look now, these Templars are 145, and they've dropped to 115 because of the 2 shipyards. The Freighter is now only 26. The Inquisitor Scout is 21. I'll let it do that because the AI is obviously desperate for another scout. Have we queued any up at Kothlar 5? There is a shipyard there? No, probably because they see that it's going to take quite a while. Let's say the governor, sees that it's going to take quite a while to get that shipyard built. Let's tell you what, guys, I'm going to just pause the video here. I'll allow things to progress, and I'll resume once we've moved things on a bit. Okay, guys, so we've researched planetary defense, and now we'll grab xeno farming to get the improved food production. Nothing else has really happened. I'm just waiting for the ships to be built, so I will just, again, stop the video whilst that happens. Okay, guys, so we've managed to get ourselves to xeno farming. Just to show you the situation, we're currently producing at 6.9, 5.7 Kotlar 3 is going on food, and all that's being exported out to the colonies. So we've only managed to actually build 5 ships in the time it's taken us to research xenofarming. So I'm hoping that by building the xenofarm, we'll improve the food situation. The question is, are there any other more cost-effective technologies that we can get? So maybe the livestock cloning center, 0.25. Anything under socio-engineering? More population. Well, I don't really need that. I need more food. I suppose I could go for biospheres, and then we could build some food-producing buildings on the colonies. Let's do... Oh, no, hang on. What we'll do is we'll grab livestock cloning, and then we'll do that. And just need to exit out of this screen. It's a little bit slow to exit this screen sometimes. If I right-click and I press... Why don't you want to exit? There we go. Pressing the escape key solved that for me. So now I want to get that xenofarm and absolutely rush it to the top and continuously rush it as well. So let's unpause, get that farm built, and see what the impact is, if any, on the production. Just needs one more tick. Oh, 2 more ticks. Oh yeah, that one, that big tick obviously used up all the stored. So we've got the xenofarm. Right, we're producing 16.9... Oh, set, what's going on? We are... Yeah, so labour, we've got 6.6 labour assigned now. 9.1 now can be assigned to production. Or 9 can be assigned to production. So that has 9.1. That has improved things. Not, yeah, 0.5 food. So not quite the revolution I was hoping for. But an improvement nonetheless. I suppose the question is, could we get the xenofarms built on other worlds and so help to lessen the burden on Kotlar 3? Because they just need to assign colonists, and there's plenty of colonists here. So why don't I try and get that xenofarm? And the fertility is awful, but if I just try to turn this into an agricultural world, is it possible? Might be a poor decision, but we've got to try something. 10.1 now, yeah. So it is helping. It is helping to improve the food situation, and we've got 6 ships built. So what I'll do, guys, I'll call the episode to an end there, and in the next one we should then get our fleet completed and be able to actually see some battles against the remnants, hopefully successfully, but we'll find out next time. Thanks very much, guys.